Hi, I'm Jane and welcome to Loopy Mabel's Closet, my very own little channel where I'm sharing with you my journey into making a handmade wardrobe. So I thought I'd just pop in and update you so far on how I'm doing. So if you fancy having a little bit of sewing chatter, I'll see you in a minute. Hi and welcome back from me and Geordie. We're joined today by Geordie. So I just thought I'd let you know an update really on how I'm doing with my handmade wardrobe. I made a little pledge with myself at the beginning of the year because I was just so fed up of buying clothes that everybody wears and basically being told what to wear really. If it's in the shops, then this is what you have to wear. And I just got to a point I thought, oh, I'm sick of wearing these clothes because A, they're in the shops and B, I have to buy clothes. But when I thought about it, I thought, well, yeah, they're in the shops and I don't have to buy clothes. Why don't I go back to my dressmaking? Because I absolutely loved dressmaking, but I kind of didn't have time over the last few years, what with working and what have you. But now I don't work anymore and I work from home. I do have more time. And I just thought, right, I'm going to get back into my dressmaking. So I've really sort of got serious about my dressmaking since the beginning of the year, even though I started last year. I've really got into it since about January this year when I made my pledge. We're now into August and I've made quite a few things, so I'm quite pleased. My wardrobe is nowhere near fully handmade. I've still got clothes in my wardrobe from a shop, but I am aiming towards having my wardrobe completely made by me, or if not made by me, upcycled or recycled. So I'm sort of really getting into that frame of mind now. So when I do go out, if I go shopping with my mum and my daughter and they're looking at clothes, I just think, well, I can make something nicer than that. I don't know, I just look at things totally different now, and I just don't even buy. I haven't bought a single item of clothing for myself from a shop this year, and we're into August, so that's pretty good. And that just shows as well that, do you really need to buy clothes that often, really? And it's also made me think about all these people in the world that have nothing compared to what I have. And this challenge I've set myself has really changed my mindset. So I've done things like patching bed sheets that had holes in, where I would have normally just thrown it out. I wouldn't have dreamt of sewing it and patching it up. Repair it, mend it, adjust it, upcycle or recycle, before I would even consider throwing it out. I absolutely am loving back into my dressmaking. It's so rewarding. I love it. And I just want to spend my days here stitching away. I love the challenge. I love the fact that I am not going to go and buy any clothes in the shops, and it's just made me re-look at my clothes in my wardrobe. It's made me rethink, do I need it? Does it suit me? Will I wear it? Before I used to go out and go, oh, that's nice, I'll have that, I'll buy that. But then you used to get it home and half the time it would just end up in the wardrobe and stay in the wardrobe, and it never came out from 1 month to the next. So this has really made me rein it in, made me rethink about shopping and just being wasteful. And I'm trying to do my bit as well for the planet, because I am a bit concerned about all the waste that we're creating, and it does concern me with the ozone and what have you. And it's just made me think, right, I'm going to do my tiny bit, but at least I'm doing something about it. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to buying clothes randomly without any thought, probably again. So far I'm having an absolute blast. And I've made about 10 things this year. I've made about 9 or 10 things to wear, like from start to finish. But I've also upcycled some things in my wardrobe that I haven't worn, and I was, rather than me throwing it away or giving it to the charity shop, I've upcycled it. I've added a patch pocket to a blouse because I had loads of scrap fabrics. So I made myself some scrappy, stripy fabric, stitched it all together. I only had a little bit, and I made enough for a pocket. I added a pocket on one of my blouses, so that was using up my scraps. I have upcycled or revamped my linen dress because it just wasn't getting worn, but I really liked the dress. It wasn't getting worn because it was too long, and I didn't like the way it came out with those daft, useless pockets. So I've revamped that, and now I wear that all the time. What else have I done? I've made, do and mend. I love that phrase, make, do and mend. And I patched 2 bed sheets that had holes in them. Rather than me just throwing them away, this time last year I would probably just thrown them away and gone out and bought brand new ones at £20 odd a go, because we have a king size bed and I like the brushed cotton and they're not cheap. I would have just probably thrown them away and went out and bought more. So I've patched them up, and they look quite cute on the bed. Look a little bit like House on the Prairie, but really cute, and those sheets will last for years. I've got like a little bit of a crisscross quilting effect on my patched fabric on both sides of the sheet. So I did that on 2 sheets, and that looks really good, and I'm telling you, they are not going to wear out now. There's not going to be no holes in my sheets from now on, and I'll probably do the same for pillowcases or anything else that has holes in it now. I won't just throw it away. I had a me-made dress that I made about 2 years ago, the Carson dress. I really loved that pattern. I really loved the dress, but I only wore it about 3 times, and I thought, why haven't I worn it? Because I really do like the pattern. But when I took it out of the wardrobe and I looked at it, it was the neckline. I didn't like the neckline. It was quite a low neckline, and I don't think I suit a low, gapey neckline. It just made me look cold up here, and because it was an autumn winter dress with this quite a low neckline, well, I made it into an autumn winter dress because the fabric I use is more like an autumn winter, like a tweedy, like wool type of fabric. So I made it for the autumn winter. Because the neckline was quite low, it just made me look cold around the neck. So I thought, right, I've got to wear this dress because I've made it. So I took the bodice part off. I raised the neckline on the pattern, so it's a much higher neckline. But then, because I wasn't keen on the fabric all brown, it was a bit brown, I had some vintage Sanderson curtain fabric which had like touches of brown in it, and I put that on the bodice with the raised neckline, and I shortened the sleeves and put it back together. I absolutely love it. Can't wait to wear it in the next few months. I'm so glad I did it, because it would have just sat there in the wardrobe not being worn at all, and because it was a handmade dress, I had to do something with it. So I've also done that. And then there's been a few items in my wardrobe that I bought from a shop that I just wanted to add my touch to it. So I have either hacked the sleeves off or added a trim to the blouse just to make it my own style. But I tell you what, by doing this handmade frugal mindset that I've got, it's now made me realise that I don't want to wear clothes that you buy in the shops. I don't want to be told what I have to wear, as in, these are what's available on the shelves, these are what's available on the coat hangers, so this is all you can wear type of thing. I don't want that anymore. I want to be able to go and wear what I want to wear with my style. So if I can't buy it in a shop, I'm going to make it myself. I'm sure now I probably won't buy any more clothes from the shops unless I really need to. I'm probably obviously going to I probably won't go as far as making my own underwear, I don't think. And I probably won't make my own jeans, even though possibility. But at the minute, I think I'm just going to stick to dresses and tops and accessories so far, but down the line I may well do. So if I do have to buy anything, it's only going to be the necessities, the rest I'm going to try and make myself. So I'm obviously trying to do my bit for the environment and reduce my waste, my fabric waste. So anything to do with frugal or anything to do with cutting costs or obviously me-made, handmade, I'm so on it. So I've been following quite a few hashtags on Instagram, and one that took my eye was the Pattern Swap 19. And what it was, you if you had any dressmaking patterns that you didn't want anymore, unloved or unused dressmaking patterns that you wanted to swap, you posted your patterns on Instagram under the hashtag, and like-minded people did the same. And then if you saw a pattern that you'd like, you asked, could I have that pattern, and then you swapped and what have you. So I swapped 4 patterns, and I was lucky enough to get 4 patterns back. So under the hashtag also, it was if you could make something from your patterns that you'd swapped, and then obviously post it, and there was a competition. But I think I was 1 day out of the competition, but I wasn't really setting myself the challenge to enter the competition. I was just really setting my challenge, a me-made challenge, to make something from those patterns that I got. So I got the 4 patterns. One of them was the Betty blouse. So I made the Betty blouse. Absolutely loved making that. It's a really simple blouse. It's a simple pattern to make. And I loved the fact that it had the pin tucks at the front. So that was a little bit of a challenge for me getting back into my dressmaking. And then also was the Sarah shirt, which is what I'm wearing now. I've done the short sleeved version, and this has got 10 buttons down the front. So that was another bit of a sewing challenge, putting the 10 buttons and lining them up with the buttonholes. So I really enjoyed that. And then following on again with anything to do with frugal and dressmaking, the lovely JJ from the Camden Stitch, and she has been doing Sewing on a Budget series on her channel, and to finish off that series she's come up with a lovely hashtag called Sew Frugal 19 hashtag. It's over on Instagram, so if you want to go and check it out, it runs from the 10th of August to the 28th of September, so you've got plenty of time to take part. There's going to be 3 judges, and there is a number of ambassadors like me who obviously are chatting about this and promoting this brilliant hashtag. And there is a prize too, and keeping under the frugal theme, we the ambassadors, I think there's about 6 or 7 of us, have all donated some fabric from our own stash as part of the prize. So again, there's been no cost so far. Now the challenge is, it's only fun, so there's no pressure, but the challenge is to make a garment with a stylish garment, or make a garment as frugally as possible. I'm going to take part in the challenge, but I'm not going to take part to win, because I say I am one of the ambassadors and I'm trying to promote this hashtag. If you fancy the challenge of creating and sewing a stylish garment as frugally as possible, then head on over to that hashtag. All the information is on that hashtag, and it's obviously it's a frugal theme too, and it's reducing your waste, reducing costs, and it's all about what I want to do this year. So it's an absolute great challenge. So if you fancy having a go at that, head on over to the Camden Stitch on Instagram, or on JJ's channel, the Camden Stitch. So if you're like me, sick of wearing things that you're told to wear, or things that are only available in the shops, and you wanted to wear something that's you, your own personality, and create something that's you, definitely have a go. I'm absolutely loving it so far, and I will keep you up to date on my progress as I go along. I've got a few things that are almost complete, which I will be sharing with you in the next few days hopefully. So watch this space on that one. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video on my frugal handmade year so far. And if you did, please don't forget to give me that lovely thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and you like my content, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little bell too. And then you'll be kept up to date with all the videos that I bring out. And as I always say, until the next time, please take care and happy sewing.